Hey y'all, welcome back to Steph's Design Space. My name is Stephanie and today I'm going to be making a dangle. But first I wanted to show you, I'm making a dangle for this journal. Somebody messaged me and is interested in this journal. And I did have a dangle on it, but I gave it to my daughter. So I am making another dangle for this journal. But I wanted to show you like how I do them. So I'm going to show a concept and then I'm probably going to fast forward because it does take a while to make these kind of dangles. I don't know what they're called. Because that is just, it's not my forte is knowing all the names of things, and even if I did, I would forget. So first of all, I am using the wax thread that I use in like my signatures, and I'm using this one right here. So it's just wax thread. You can use whatever you want. You can use any kind of thread that you want, as long as it's sturdy, right? Because you're going to be tying knots and it's going to have beads and stuff on it, so you want it sturdy. I cut 4 of them. They are 12 inches long. They don't have to be that long. I like a lot to work with. I'm starting it here. I want about this much. That's about 2 inches at the top. And there's a reason for that we'll get into. So I'm just going to tie these knots at the top of all 4 of these, and then we will get started. Okay, so what has happened here is my little knot is not with the rest of the knots, so I'm having to undo it so I can put it in its proper place. Okay, so I did 3 knots on each one, so we're just going to set those to the side and start. So the theme was denim, pearls, and lace. So I have a lot of blue, I have a lot of pearls, and silver. So all of mine are always different. Okay, so I am going to start, oh yeah, there is a little... I forgot about this one. Okay, so I am just going to start with the pearls and get some out. This is like a little felt pad. I got it in the jewelry making section of Hobby Lobby, I think. It is great to keep stuff from rolling around. Okay, I have that. And let's do... so I just pick, and there is no rhyme or reason. There really isn't. They will all look different. I do like to close mine, like this is like, I feel like a little focal point right here. So I will close it off with the same beads. Now on the wax thread, not so much on any other thread, but the wax thread, if I just kind of do that and smush it, it makes it easier to thread through the beads. Like so. I'm sure this has a name, and if I remember, I will try to look it up and see what the name of it is. Now this to me is like a set, right? So I am going to take and confuse myself royally. What did I just do? Tie a knot at the end of this little set. And here we go. And this is why I'm going to fast forward through a lot of different things, because it is so easy for me to do this kind of thing where the knot is not where it should be. And so I have to very carefully, because I don't want to split it, I don't want to mess up the integrity of my thread, right? So I have to very carefully and methodically fix it. And because it is wax, it kind of sticks. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of sticks together. I just like the wax thread, one, because I have a bunch of it. But two, I feel like it is sturdy. There we go. Now let's see if I can replicate that. Once you get the first one, it's easier because the beads aren't moving anymore. See, that was the problem with the first time, is I wasn't paying attention and the beads had slid down, and then when they slid back up to where they belong, the knot was not in the right place. Okay, so this is like a little section, and I'm going to go down a little bit and tie another knot. Because I want to start another section, not too much, because I don't like to have a bunch of empty space, but it does kind of look cool when there's a little break in between different things. I always do 2 knots, that way I don't have to worry about what size bead or hole of the bead that I'm going to have, so I always do 2 knots. So I'm thinking I want to do some of these. Let me do that. And some of these little spacers. These very blue. They look really good. So I'm going to do this. And let's see, what other pretty do I have? Let me do this one. This is about like the smallest hole. There we go. Sometimes I just have to twist it. I'm going to do that. I'm going to put this on. I don't like that one right there. So I think I'm going to do this. Then the white one. And that's the thing, if you find that you don't like the way it looks, change it. Like this is your thing, right? I want to do that. Another white. Let's just go ahead and make this a little bit longer, and then this will be the final piece to this particular strand. Let's get another white one. And I got these beads from all over. Some of these beads I actually got at Walmart, which was really cool. They had a lot of the blues. These were in there. These I got at Hobby Lobby. And then just various. I couldn't even tell you where the rest of the stuff came from. Okay, and then we're going to tie this off. And because it is the end, I will do 3. Just because sometimes things just, I don't know. It just makes me feel better about it. I like for my stuff to be super quality and sturdy. You know what I mean? Okay, so this one is finished. Yes, I have a long thing. I don't use all of it. I use it because I like to have a lot to work with my fingers. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I am going to put beads on the next 3. I am going to do it in a faster speed. However, you'll still be able to see what I'm doing, and if there's something that I feel like is different or I should talk about or whatever, then I definitely will come back. I just don't want this video to be like, you know, 20 hours long. And it doesn't take that long. Honestly, I've gotten it down to where it takes me about 30-45 minutes to do one of these. But it's a lot of the same repetitiveness, so I just want to kind of speed through it so y'all can just watch. Okay, sometimes the hole is, it's not too small, but the opening, right? So this is actually a collapsible eye needle. Okay, so I use it for beading. So I put my little, you know, thread, whatever, through that. And then I'm going to put the bead on there. And then I'm going to be able to theoretically pull it through. Theoretically, it is now stuck. I'm telling you, my things get silly wonky on YouTube. It's like, let's see if we can embarrass her. Good job, Steph. Good job. What do I want to put here? One of those? No. I want something darker. You know what? We'll do one of these. So it goes through that, no problem. But some of these, it's just the way it goes. And this may go all the way through and it may not. No. It wants to be a pain. Oh, good gravy. What did I do with it? There it is. Okay. There we go. So my goal is to have them generally the same. I may do one a little bit shorter, one a little bit longer, but generally they're the same length. Okay, so if you notice, I did that one a little bit shorter, and I'm going to show you why in a moment. Really, I just need to get all this off the desk so I can do the next part, because the next part to me is the absolute hardest part. Part of that is because I got the wrong size, so we're going to call that operator error, right? But the other part is, what was it I said on the podcast today? Old lady fat fingers. It's just the way that it is, right? Okay, so the next part is this. Let me put this back up here where it goes. Well, technically that's not where it goes, but that's where it is. And then we have these. I don't know what these are called. But they have an opening right there and a little loop thingy. Okay. So that is what I am using. Now this is the top. So, and the way I have to do this, y'all, I'm just special, okay? Like, we're just gonna leave it at that. All right, this is the one that's a little bit shorter, so I kind of want that in the middle. So I'm gonna try to do my placement like this. Okay, so I have that. And I need these all up at the top. Is this the top? Or is this the top? Oh, that's the top. Okay. You need to go, I know this is probably like difficult to follow. So for that, I can only say sorry, but I'm just trying to pinch them all together. And then I'm going to clamp all of them, because that just makes it easier for me to lay it in this tiny contraption. Theoretically. And I have no doubt there is a much easier way to do this. But I am 100% stubborn. So, see, that is squishing that one out. And that cannot be. There we go. Now you just lay proper, be proper like, and then I am just going to squeeze this closed. Come on. And then this is going to go over the top. There we go. It keeps twisting in my hand. Well, maybe if I got rid of that, I don't need that anymore. I just need you to squish flat. There we go. All right, all squished. Ta-da! Now we are definitely going to trim off this excess at the bottom. Again, that was more for me just to have wiggle room and tying knots and all of that, right? I do just quick little, because it just keeps it from fraying, especially because it's like wax, so it kind of melts it together. So we're going to do that to the bottoms. Isn't that so gorgeous? Yes, yes it is. I am going to trim this top off. We're cutting the hair. And then I do the same thing with the lighter. Just kind of melt those together. Get our little bulb pin. We are putting it through that little loop, and now it is going to hang on the side. Oh, this already has the bulb pin in it. Okay, so I'm going to open this bulb pin. There we go. And then I am going to take the dangle through that little loop. Close the bulb pin, and voila, we have a beautiful dangle to go with this journal. You'll see that? I know it's kind of sideways. Here, let me go this way. There we go. It is gorgeous. It hangs beautifully. Like, look at that. It is absolutely stunning. There's different links, there's different things, eye-catching things. So anyway, that is how you make whatever this is called. I'm gonna have to look it up though, because I gotta title the video something, and I can't have it be whatever this is called dangle. Anyway, so all in all, it only took me 30 some minutes to do this, but I am still gonna fast forward through some of those mundane parts because I didn't talk. I was really concentrating. But yeah, so if there's other things that you would like for me to see, like for me to do, I will be doing a video on making glue bottle dangles. So that is coming up. I've had a request for that, so I'm gonna go ahead and do a video on that. All right, guys, y'all know what to do. Thanks for watching, and until next time, y'all have a blessed day. Bye.